Live. What is up, Twitch? It is that special time of the week. I know that Unknown 420 has been waiting for this moment for the whole week. It's time to make it happen. You guys, you have seen her in the Foxy Merkins. You've seen her on the Eric Andre show, and it's time to see her again right now. Give it up for the amazing, the beautiful, and the ultra talented Jackie Monahan. Ultra talented, everybody.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You didn't have to make it, but you did, but you did, but you did. And I thank you. Oh, I don't know if I could sing songs. Okay, everybody, here we go. Here we go. So I don't know if I talked about it last week, but oh, last week I wasn't here. That's right. Because I had slept over at a man's house, right? I've been dating a man for a month and a half. And I was like, I've got to get rid of this man when the new administration's in. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm having too much fun. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And then I didn't I didn't put my whole heart into a prayer to God or higher power, universe, whatever anybody wants to say. I'm really agnostic. I just believe that there's something, but I say God for lack of a better word. But it's a numulous miss. We're all God. There's no he. Anyway, so I should just say higher power. I don't know what to call that numulus, that little clown face. Let's call God clown face. So, so I wrote clown face and I said, clown face, please help me. And I wrote it just like I wrote it in a text chain because I was complaining to like some friends, like, I need to get out of this relationship by like just joking around. I got to get rid of it by the administration. But I felt like there's no way I'm going to be able to get out of it because I was having too much fun, if you know what I mean. And uh, he checked a lot of boxes, I'll tell you that. And so I just lightly said, Dear Clown Face, to my friends, please let me end this before the administration. And he and I were in a comedy show, and I had already performed, and it was a good comedy show, so I wanted to stay the end. And all of a sudden, he went to the bathroom, and I even was like, looking at his body. He's a good body. And I still picked up my phone and texted him, we have to break up. This is our last night together. And he came back and I was like, will you look at your phone? I texted you. He's like, what? And then he looked at it and he's like, oh. And then he's like, should we leave? And I was like, no, let's watch the rest of the show. And then um, he had to wait because his truck was here and his stuff was here. I feel like I was a little crazy. But it worked. Talking to clown pants worked. And so now I'm in the market for a lady, but I gotta stay single until after my taping. I'm doing a taping March 10th. If anybody's near Boston, come watch my taping. Come watch my taping. And I will be single for it. Thank you. Because I get so easily distracted. I can't have distractions. And I need to date a woman during this administration. But he didn't vote for the real clown pants. He didn't vote for clown face. Um, but he does have a truck and a dink. So anyway, okay, back to me. Oh, so now I am talking to another guy, but I didn't do it intentionally. I didn't go on an app. Over Christmas, I went to some party and I was talking to some guy. And as I was walking away, my friend said to him, she's single. So we were just talking a little bit here and there while I was dating the other guy. And then after I broke up with that guy, this guy offered to take me to a concert. So I went to the concert. So I've been talking to him since, but I'm not going to get involved until after. But I still hope to make it with a woman, but he's a little bit less manly than the other one. The other one was very, very manly, too manly. This one's less manly, so I feel a little better. Anyway, but I don't know how old he is. The last guy was about 10 years younger than me. This one might be even way younger than me. I even feel like Harold and Maude. I said to him, Have you seen the movie Harold and Maude? Because it was all I could think of. So we haven't asked each other our ages at all. I have no idea. And I asked him his last name 5 times, and I couldn't remember it, so I can't look it up. So I can't have friends judge how old he is. And uh, this was the real clincher. We were talking about what concerts we'd been to, and I told him I saw Nirvana live, and he gasped, and not in a good way. He wasn't like, "Oh my God, Nirvana! You saw Nirvana?" He was just like, "How old?" Like it was a gasp, like, how the hell old are you?" And but it made me think back to going to see Nirvana. Like it was so long ago. I wasn't drinking age, but I was drinking. And I was smoking inside. I know I was smoking because we could smoke inside. That's how long ago it was. And these assholes, these like frat boys, were sitting in front of me, and they were screaming, rape me, the song Rape Me, not knowing that Kurt Cobain means like rape me, steal my art, like da da da, not real rape. But these freaking, I feel like I witnessed everybody's just screaming, rape me at Kurt Cobain. No wonder he killed himself. He's like, this is not what I wanted. But he still could have, I think he should have murdered somebody instead. That's what I think. But I remember smoking inside because the guy in front of me that was screaming rape me over and over again, I used his head as an ashtray. I flicked all my into his hair. It made me feel so much better. Um, okay, so I was thinking today, like growing up, if you had told me that either Prince or Bill Cosby was drugging people and raping them, I would think it was Prince. I wouldn't think it was Bill Cosby. It's so funny. Like nothing's come out that Prince has done anything wrong. It's wild that Prince is the one that was like, sex. I am showing you sex like nobody's shown you sex before. Like I am in your face, sex, sex, sex. And nothing's come out about him. It's pretty cool. I forgot my joke about that. Like like what's next? Like Eckhart Tolle. We find out Eckhart Tolle is a sex slave. I don't know if people know who Eckhart Tolle is, but it's funny. He's like a guru, but like a good guru and not a cult. Like nobody in the world can you look at and think this guy's the nicest guy on earth. But if I mean,
I just looked him up.
Unknown 420 said Nirvana. Yikes. Looks like I'm coming to Boston from Canada. Yay! March 10th. Yay, Unknown 420. It's going to be the time of our lives. It's going to be so fun. Okay, so what else? Okay, one more thing. So I'm trying to work on this joke. You guys have to help me. So I am Irish, and I don't understand when they say luck of the Irish. Like we have the worst luck ever. I'm gonna skip over that part of the joke and go to this part. That I would, and that other people hate their stereotypes, and they have stereotypes I'm jealous of. I'm jealous of their stereotypes. Like, I wish you could look at me and be like, I bet she can dance. I bet she saves money. I bet she's good at math. No, you look at me and you're like, I bet she's had court-appointed anger management classes. Ding, 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 ding. You would be right. But okay, so here's where it gets dicey. And even that's dicey. I really got to check my diciness. Here it goes. So I've been noticing lately that, thank God, the N word is gone. Nobody's allowed to use it. Oh yeah, I guess you can use it in songs. The N word's there, but nobody else can say it. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. And the F word is gone too. People are like, no, nobody that doesn't have the privilege to say those can say it. But guess what's trying to come back? The R word. The R word is like, I want to come back. And the argument about it is that people who are the R word do not give a shit. They do not care. They're not offended. So why not have it back? And so the thing is, the Irish in Notre Dame, they people that were like the stereotype police went to Notre Dame and said, "Yeah, you guys, let's get rid of that mascot. It's really stereotypical, racist. Let's get rid of the Fighting Irish little leprechaun mascot." And the Irish were like, "Don't you dare touch that! Don't you dare!" Like they're like the Irish are like the Down syndrome of nationalities. They're the Down syndrome of nationalities. The Irish are like, we have the worst stereotypes, but we want to keep them. We want to keep them. But also, I do have to say, the Irish are a jolly bunch, and so are Down syndrome. People with Down syndrome and the Irish maybe the Irish might have a little Down syndrome in them, is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think that's ever going to make the special, but there's something there I want to keep working at. There's something there. Okay. And everybody, are you ready for the queen herself? The absolute dream of all dreams. We love her. She is unstoppable. We can't get enough of her. You know her, you love her. Annie dies a lot. Woo!
My face, it's coming. It's coming to your screen. It's on your screen. Oh, I probably moved my camera just a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Hi, Jackie.
Hi. Unknown 420 doesn't know what the R word is. I can't say.
Ooh. It means stupid or dumb or less intelligent, born less intelligent. And it's a whole, Jay is over here just dying, Jackie. He thinks it's so funny that you said that, because just last night I used the word. I used it. I don't use it like ever, but ever since the election, I've been like, there are some things there's no other word for it. I don't know what else to use. And that's just, yeah, he's like, Annie, you said it last night. I'm like, I did. I was referring to the Trump administration.
That's so funny. It is horrible. Well, something that soothes me is I believe that what you put out in the world comes back. So even if it doesn't come back to him in this, I think we will see some demise of him. Like, I think we will. But if he dies before we see that, because he's got 10 years at max, I think, to live.
I hope.
But I believe in reincarnation. I believe that like you and I, we do the right things, and unknown 420 probably as well. We do the right things. So when we die, we're done. Our mission here is done. We can go on to something a little nicer. And the fact that we are here in this barbaric time, we might not have been so nice before. So, but what's his name? The T word is definitely coming back, and definitely coming back with a mother who was forced to have her child, did not want her child, and she's going to give birth to Teabag. Teabag is probably going to be the product of incest, and then Teabag himself will probably come back as a Black trans woman, probably, or trans man, I think. I don't know, but I mean, it's going to be uphill out of the vagina for that guy. No, whatever gender it comes, like, it's not going to be good.
I hope he comes back as bacteria that eats shit.
Ooh, I like it. I think that's too good for him, because bacteria that eats shit, I feel
it doesn't know that it
doesn't know. Like, I think
you want him to be aware just how terrible his life is.
I think T word is going to get wrongfully put in jail for life and get raped the whole time they're there.
Yeah,
it's going to be a bad life. It's gonna be a
Unknown 420 says, I'll be in hell. I'll save you a spot. Oh, quick question. I care for you guys. Is she still sick? I am much, much better. I'm just still recovering my voice, Unknown 420, but I'm feeling all right.
all
I'm feeling all
right.
right. So that's about it. I still have a little bit of a cough, but doing okay. Doing okay. But yeah, yeah, I want nothing but the worst for Teabag.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's
It's
a
so
horrible person.
it's so hard to grasp how people think that we're the devil.
Yeah. No, I thought it was interesting you were talking about Prince earlier versus Bill Cosby, and Bill Cosby's the one that got in trouble for rape. Meanwhile, Prince was all about sex and love and all of that, and we've heard nothing about him committing atrocities. And that's because people that actually enjoy sex
Yeah.
enjoy it properly and with consent. It's people that hate sex and shit all over it that
Yeah.
commit crimes. Um, you voted for him? No, you didn't. You're in Canada.
Shit all
Unknown
over
420.
it.
But yeah, no, it's yeah. People that actually enjoy having sex know how to do it where everyone's having fun and consented. And you can get freaky as fuck if you wind up in a place where you like sex and everybody else likes sex, and you guys can do some freaky shit, but everyone's going to consent.
Consent.
Yeah.
Consent is sexy.
Consent is very Prince, like the artist formerly known as Prince.
So lost right now.
R.I.P.
No, Prince the artist. Yeah.
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 Prince was an amazing singer that could write amazing songs
You know what's
and
interesting?
like to get his fuck on.
You know what's interesting? I didn't find him sexy.
Oh, he wasn't sexy.
Thank you. Like, it's so funny. My friends that were like really square in high school, I mean, you can imagine, I grew up in Rhode Island, and they were like, ooh, like they went crazy over Prince. And I just was like, I'm the one that's doing all this nutty stuff. Like, how come I'm not attracted to Prince? I'm like, let's break this down. He's 5'2". He's wearing heels and fluffy shirts. He's like looks like a sleaze bag mustache. And my friends were just like, I love him. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, how come I wasn't the one? You would think I would be the one that was in it,
Yeah, yeah.
but I
Yeah, I
wasn't.
mean, I think basically he exude sexiness, but he himself was not
Yeah, I guess he exuded it. I didn't
dripping
get it though.
sexy.
But but he was a great performer. I loved his music and I love watching him. He's a great performer, but I was never like, I need a piece of that.
Yeah.
I need to pick up a piece of that. But you know what I always think too? That why don't more guys wear heels? Like Prince, there's only one Prince. He's the one that, you can't copy his style exactly, but why not borrow from the heels part?
Well, also, I mean, uh, heels hurt to walk in. First of
Straight guys
all,
in
as a lady,
heels.
they hurt, and people go, "Oh, clearly they were invented by a man." Fun fact: yes, heels were invented by a man for men. They were
Yeah.
originally for men to look taller. And they actually still use them. They just hide them because men are pussies like that. Ron DeSantis wears heels. Donald Trump wears heels. Robert Downey Jr. wears heels. Tom Cruise wears heels. They all wear lifts because they're all, I mean, Donald Trump isn't short, but he thinks being taller than everybody else is somehow powerful. So he wears heels.
Wait, how do you know all this? I'm in heaven with this.
You
Heel.
can see it in their shoes and the way that they lean forward when they stand still.
Wow.
So, like, if you look closely at their shoes, like, you can see the outline of something inside the shoe going up. And then they all have this
Right
kind of a
person with this
strange gait.
question. I
Yeah.
really came to the right person with this question.
And yeah, it just kind of like in the, I guess it was like the late 1800s, early 1900s, women started wearing heels, and then it became seen as a feminine thing. But heels are originally for dudes.
As they should be.
I don't wear heels anymore. They hurt.
I wear
I do
heels,
not
but
have the feet of a dancer. I
I
can't do it.
wear clunky heels. I never wear, once in a great while, I'll wear, but no.
Yeah, I'm cool with platforms. I'm cool with wedges. I like those all right. But I can't do I can't do 6-inch stilettos anymore, kids. I can't do those anymore. I'm I'm a lot fatter. It's a lot harder to wear heels when you're a big girl. I wore them all the time when I was skinny, but I'm not skinny anymore. Models wear heel to run the fashion show. Models do some crazy things. They'll walk around in their bare feet, but on their tiptoes just to keep that shape.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Thongs are made for men too. Yeah.
Jock strap. They get the jock strap. Why can't we wear it? Instead of a thong up our asses, why don't we have like a thin jock strap?
I don't think it hurts us quite like it hurts them
The
when the
jocks.
wrong things hit right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate thongs.
Me too.
I would just rather not wear anything if I'm trying to not show a panty line.
Same. That's what I do too. But and maybe having something going like that around might be good and not show a panty line.
Maybe.
Thong jock straps.
Thong jock straps.
Thong straps.
We should just wear jock straps so we can make it look like we've got big dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big dicks in our drawer. I'm a not comment on that jock straps. My opinion. Same
Yeah.
thongs.
Excuse me, guys. Yes, I'm mostly better. Don't worry. I still have a lingering cough.
So what's coming back? So COVID is still around, right?
COVID's still around, although right now we're more worried about bird flu.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And SARS?
That's what it is. They're both actually SARS. It's SARS-CoV.
How do you know everything?
I don't know everything. I know a little bit about a lot of things, but I definitely don't know everything. I don't know. I'm obsessed with the news. I read a lot of it.
You're good. You're really good. Bird flu. Ew, America is coming back, Jackie. Thank you. I hope so.
We hope so. Well, we're gonna wait about 4 years before we make any judgments. You know what happened in California, Jackie?
What? He was here, right?
He was just here. We didn't need him to come here at all. We don't need that. Gavin Newsom tricked him. He came here and Gavin Newsom met him on the tarmac. He wasn't expecting to meet up with him. He doesn't like Gavin Newsom.
That's awesome.
And then
I thought I charged my computer enough, but I did not. I'm gonna grab the charger super quick.
Go for it. Get the charger.
And I want to hear it about him in California.
Oh yeah. Well, then he had like a press conference with the mayor of LA and he kept spouting lies and she kept trying to correct him. So his people walked up and took her microphone away. It's terrible. It's terrible. Silence people, especially the people that are dealing with the fires themselves. He ain't dealing with no fires. But no, Jackie.
They took her microphone?
They took her microphone away. So he just got to say whatever he wanted and she got to say nothing.
And what did he say?
Oh, I couldn't listen to all of it.
Okay.
That's one thing that I've definitely, I'm reading the news right now, but I am not watching it. Like I can't, that voice.
Yeah,
that voice is worse than fingernails on a blackboard. Yeah. It's terrible.
I never hear his voice. That's my goal, to get through the whole administration without hearing his voice once.
Oh, I hope you succeed.
I do too.
I hear it accidentally.
Right before I heard it accidentally, and I was like, I just couldn't believe what I heard. I heard him say, vote this once and you'll never have to vote again. I'm I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that's red flag city. There's nothing more red flag than that. Like, somebody who, whatever. Okay. Unbelievable.
Unknown 420. So you're in his corner. In 4 years, it'll be back to downhill. In 4 years, maybe California won't have to worry about that because Jackie, we got enough signatures to begin a secession. We've gotten farther than we ever have. Like everyone, I think it's yeah. We got enough signatures. So over the next like 6 weeks, they're gonna put together a committee, and then over the next year, that committee is going to look into how that would look for California, and then in about 2 years, we should see it on a ballot.
Would we would we go to another country or we would be our own country?
We'd be our own country.
Oh,
I have very mixed feelings about this, by the way, you guys. I think America is better together and stronger together, but also I think it's really, really jacked up that California has to pay so much money to keep the rest of America safe or whatever. And then when we need help, the country shits all over us.
Yeah.
Like it's fucked up. And they never acknowledge, like people in South Carolina are just like, oh, fuck California. They should have to change their ways to get any federal funding. And we're like, yo, we're basically paying for all of your repairs. Like
Yeah.
we're the fifth largest economy in the world. In the world. We're the only non-country that has an economy that big. And let's be honest, if we weren't part of the United States of America and we didn't pay you guys all that money every year, we could afford to take care of the state after an emergency like this.
That's so cool. Thank you for sharing this. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still like,
but it's nice to have that to show them.
Yeah. Like, I don't think America realizes you aren't America without California, all right? And you're not America without New York City.
Yeah. Is New York City in that too? Largest economy?
No. They're not their economy is not as large as California's, but the states that keep America going are California, New York, Texas, and Florida. Those are the states that contribute the most to America.
Wow.
Yeah. And you guys should put the money to stop the fires then. Well, I mean, we would, but we gave it all to America, you know? But it's supposed to be give and take. That's what the states are supposed to do. You're supposed to give your money to America, and then when you guys need help, America's supposed to help you back out with federal funds. And right now, we're hearing a lot about how, well, if California actually wants financial help, they're going to have to change their laws on X, Y, and Z. Nah, kids. Nah. Let's not play that game.
Interesting. I like getting my news from Annie Live.
I mean, I would be interested in seeing if we could like a coalition with like Mexico and Canada could be amazing.
Yeah, seriously. Especially Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against Mexico, but there's a lot of violence there.
Well, I mean, our news shows a lot of violence, but we have a lot of violence here. It all depends on where you're at in Mexico.
It's not like, but actually, we're violent towards them.
We're violent towards them.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about a torso floating up on the ocean, but I think it was us that killed them.
Give it America your country. Well, I mean, America is the country that we are a part of, yeah. But like, what we're not saying we're our own entity. We're just saying that America needs to be more respectful. When America needs help, California's like, how can we help? When California needs help, America's like, fuck California. Not realizing that y'all need us. You need California. You need it. But yeah.
Are there any other countries where there's like a little part that's separate?
Are there countries? Well, well, I mean,
there was Ireland and Northern Ireland was separate.
Yeah, then they still are,
And they still are,
I
yeah.
believe. Yeah, they still are. Yeah, one there.
That's a bigger chunk than California, though, I think. But it's still very little comparison.
No, I don't. I think California is California bigger than Ireland? I think so. Um, yeah, it's way bigger than Ireland.
California is bigger than all of Ireland.
Yeah, I mean we're bigger than England too. California is huge. California is a we're bigger than most countries.
Okay, well, wait a minute. For a second, I was getting Los Angeles confused with California. I was like, because Los Angeles is huge too. Los Angeles is huge.
LA is a very large city. Yes.
LA is half of Rhode Island, size
Makes
wise,
sense. Yeah.
but not population wise. Population wise, LA is 4 million people. Rhode Island, all of Rhode Island, the state is 1 million.
Diddy, don't you put Diddy in California? He might have property here. He's a New York boy that likes to party in Florida, unknown 420. You can keep your Diddies.
He probably did it.
Yes, and Jay, you're right. Diddy parties happened everywhere. I never went to one.
Uh,
Yeah.
do, 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 do.
And that's one thing that all Americans agree on. We all think Diddy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Did you see Blink twice?
Blink twice. No, what's that?
It's a movie by Kravitz, the the daughter.
Oh, Zoe Kravitz?
Yeah, I believe.
Blink twice. Oh, okay. There's a lot of people in that too that I like.
Yeah, it's good.
Christian Slater, Haley Joel Osment, Kyle MacLachlan, yes, Gina Davis, Alia Shawkat. I love Alia Shawkat. She's great.
Gina Davis, herself. Gina Davis, I was like, that woman looks like me. I didn't know who it was, but I was like, who is that? She looks like me. And, and like that never happens. I'm never like, that person looks like me. This is the first time. And then I looked, it was Gina. I'm like, it's not Gina Davis, but she looked like me in the movie.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
This is great.
What did I want to say? I'm curious for you to see it because I want you to see it first, and then we'll maybe see it so we can talk about it next weekend.
Okay. Let's see. Where can I watch Blink twice?
It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon? Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty
Perfect. I've got
violent.
Amazon.
It's pretty violent. There's a lot
It's
of
okay.
a lot of
I don't mind a little bit of violence. In my movies. I don't like it in real life, by the way,
no.
kids. Annie is anti-violence. She don't like it. She don't like it at all. But yeah, so it's a bunch of people invited to a billionaire's island for a party.
Yeah.
And then something strange happens with the attendees.
Yeah.
Okay.
To talk to you about it.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Check it. Oh God, I watched because okay. So my special is going to be filmed. It's a 1,000-seat theater, and the stage props. I could have waited longer and had just a clear stage.
Mm-hmm.
But the other options were to have it sooner and have the play sets on it, which normally I wouldn't take. But one of the plays is an Irish play, and it's an Irish bar. So I'm gonna have an Irish bar setting.
That's awesome.
Which feels awesome because I had my last drink in an Irish bar, and my grandfather owned an Irish bar, and he had an Irish bar in his basement, like it was a full-on bar. Oh my God. I just had a memory in that bar. I was like maybe 8, and I had a little nephew that was like not nephew, cousins. He was a second cousin, and he was the cutest little kid in the whole world. He was like 2 or 3 with blonde hair, blue eyes, like just the cutest. Every time you looked at him, and his name was Barry, and he was just so cute. And me and his brothers got him drunk.
Oh no.
Hey, we didn't know any better. And and we came upstairs and Barry, little kid, was throwing up. And I was out, and they were like,
Oh no.
my kid. Oh my
Poor
God.
little
I'm
Barry.
I'm laughing because it's so dark. It's so dark. And it was really meant innocently. I didn't understand. I didn't know that that was wrong.
Yeah.
I was given alcohol all the time. I didn't know. Oh my God.
Poor little Barry.
Poor
I'm
Beth.
never drinking ever again.
Poor. I owe him an amends. I owe him an amends. Oh God.
Poor
Uh,
Barry's all in like his late 40s now and is just like
yeah.
asks every time someone hands him a glass, what's in it?
What's
Oh, poor Barry.
he was cute. Oh my God. I gotta find him. I gotta ask my mom. We gotta find him. I wonder if he remembers I got him drunk. But I don't know him. I knew him then, but I don't know him now.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, so I'm excited about the Irish bar. So I want to get I that's why I'm beefing up my Irish material. So uh 2 questions. Wait, Irish material. Oh, well, I watched the Irish Ireland documentary all about Ireland.
Okay.
And did you know, I was flabbergasted by this, that Halloween originated in Ireland?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Isn't it weird that we didn't know that?
That's interesting. Halloween, really?
Yeah. It doesn't, like, it seems, for me growing up Catholic, like my friend left her um Hasbro or Fisher Price, not Fisher Price, but just like a board game type Ouija board at my house. My dad drop kicked it out the front door. I'm like, it's not even mine. You can't do that to Lynn's stuff. And like, so for Halloween to originate in Ireland felt weird to me. I just couldn't believe I never heard it.
I looked it up. Yeah, the reason that they say it originated in Ireland is because this is long before Christianity got there. It was originally called Samhain, even though I know that that's how it's pronounced. It looks like Samhain, but it's
Wow.
pronounced Samhain. And I only know this because I got my witch on in my early 20s, late teens. And that was a Celtic thing. It was a Celtic celebration. It was basically like, does it smell like fire? That's
What's going on? Are you okay?
It's not from my house, but I can smell fire.
Should you check? You guys should check.
I'm gonna let Jay check.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's already looked
Okay.
outside.
Okay.
Sorry, you guys, we're in California. Fire is a scary thing.
Very scary.
Smells very much like fire though right now. Um, anyway, all right, on to the next thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Samhain. Uh, but yeah, it was basically a changing of the seasons when you bring your livestock in and now, I mean, most every holiday that we celebrate was something else just kind of
Right.
taken over. That's kind of how Christianity spread. Um, they would just change the celebrations in the area and give it a Christian name.
Oh,
Yeah. Easter was originally Ostera,
oh my God.
and it was about uh rebirth, life. Just like, I don't know,
Just
someone
like
dying
spring,
and being reborn.
spring, spring.
Yeah, spring. Spring.
That's the bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so also in the documentary, there's an island off of Ireland that's still part of Ireland that, I mean, it has maybe 60 people on it. They make Guinness, not Guinness, they make gin to as their whatever it's called for their economy. But they don't need a police there. They can leave their doors open all the time. Like they do, it sounds like heaven, but it sounds like heaven and hell at the same time. But I
Yeah,
would
I don't know if I want to live on an island with just 60 other people.
Yeah, but I feel like I would like to spend, but like you can't like go there and you have to, there's no hotel or anything, I don't think.
The Cape Clear Distillery.
Yeah, that's it. But
Oh, the island is only 3 square miles. Oh, that's so small. That's interesting, though. The gin is made with hand-forged botanicals, including kelp, honeysuckle, and fuchsia flowers.
yum.
Sure.
I got into gin at the end of my drinking.
I like gin all right. I'm not a big I don't drink it on its own, but
I
it makes
didn't,
some
I
really
didn't.
good cocktails.
Yeah, yeah. I mostly drank wine. That was thing, my thing.
I enjoy
But,
wine.
but like
I'm
now
a
that
whiskey girl though,
yeah,
like through and through. I like whiskey.
but oh yeah, I liked whiskey too. Uh, Yeah. Johnny Walker Black, Johnny Walker Red, Johnny Walker Blue. I had something else, but I forgot. I went like that. And there was something else I wanted to talk about.
Let's see. We talked about this. We talked about Halloween originating in Ireland. Before that, we were talking about Blink Twice.
Hmm. Oh, wow.
Your special is going to have an Irish bar behind you.
With that.
Are you going to have anyone like sit at the bar and pretend to drink while you're telling
That's a
your
good,
jokes?
yeah. No, because then I would force them to laugh. If they didn't laugh, people might not laugh.
I hear you.
But I might use the background, like, if you guys don't um, laugh, I'm gonna drink or something. Oh, but also I was
Find
going,
the one person oh, sorry.
oh, you say it. Go ahead.
Find like one person that just seems stoic in the audience. It's just like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Be like, you, come on up here. And then like go be their bartender, have them sit, and then you tell them a joke to their face. See
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
can
yeah,
break
yeah.
them.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. So I think I'm going to say I'm glad to be back in my old stomping grounds, Boston. But really, I wasn't that much of my stomping grounds. I was more in Providence, but it's kind of the same thing. Like Providence really globs onto Boston. And when I mentioned to people from Boston that I'm from Providence, they're like, "What is that? That has nothing to do with anything." But for me, Rhode Island's a lot like Boston because we shared sports, all that stuff. Anyway, and Boston was really close. I mean, when I drive across LA, it's it's takes shorter than going from Providence to Boston. But
And be like, I'm finally back in Boston, my favorite city to get kicked out of bars.
oh, there you go. Um, that's funny because a big part of why Anne and I, my ex-wife, moved out of Providence in the first place was because we were kicked out of so many bars and separately. And then we came together. It was like all of them. Uh,
You could even do a bit about how when you were drinking, you got kicked out of all the best bars, all the finest bars. But now that you're not drinking, it is so much harder to get kicked out of a bar. And then then go into things you can absolutely do to get kicked out of a bar.
it's so funny that you say this because today my mom wanted to for me and her to go to Sedona, but I'm trying to push for us going to Ireland. And I think it would be really funny because she's sober now too. I think it would be really funny to film each other in bars pretending we're drunk. Maybe one of us pretends that they're not drunk and it's just like she's drunk, just give her soda water, and just see like people's reactions to us like being like slurring and stuff. And see if we get kicked out. So that's so funny. So also I was gonna say that the bar, or as I like to call it, and an Irish bar, or as I like to call it, church.
Yes, yes, yes. And if you can't convince your mom on Ireland, then she has to be okay. You're like, fine, mom, we'll go to Sedona, but we're only visiting Irish pubs in Sedona.
That's funny. That's funny. Irish pubs in Sedona.
Can you join a Zoom meeting? Adam Salmon, everyone's welcome to join our Zoom meetings. You can find the link at kocomedy.com. Just sign up for the email and you'll get all of our links to all of our Zoom rooms. So, yeah. And if you have trouble with that, just hit up Comedy Hub in a DM. Let them know. They'll get you a link sent. However, this show is going to be ending shortly. So maybe not this show, but we'll be back tomorrow night with KO Sunday. Casey McNeil will be here. It's going to be fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yes, Sedona might have to happen, but then you just Irish pubs, just Irish pubs.
So
Go get kicked out of Irish pubs in Sedona, Arizona.
the most famous thing, I think it's called the Bell something in Sedona. I had sex with a woman on top of it.
That's fine. That's fine.
So funny, like I can't tell my mother. Like, we'll be there and I'll be like, oh, never mind. But it's funny because she's married to another woman now. And it's funny to be like that. Who knows if the wife knows that she had sex on top of the most famous spot in Sedona.
So those are things that I don't say things like that to my dad, but I say things like that to my mom. I'll be like, oh yeah, I totally got down there, Ma. Like she doesn't, her reactions are funny. She'll just be like, oh, that's great for you.
So
my dad though, he doesn't want to hear about it. And I respect him, so I'm not going to make him listen to it.
For sure. Yeah.
I respect my mom too. It's just she doesn't mind, you guys, by the way. She doesn't mind. Wow, it smells like fire in here.
Oh no.
That's a barbecue? That does not smell like a barbecue. It just smells like fire.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't been able to use my cauldrons. It's two cauldrons. I'm too afraid that somebody will be like, smell the fire.
Maybe. You poor thing. Can you even smell fire anymore? Has it been so long that your nose blind to it?
I never smelled it by me.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
But sometimes I teach, I do my coaching in downtown, and there I smelled the fire and saw the ashes. That's the closest I went.
Yeah.
My friend's gonna go with me to Pasadena. I don't want to go by myself. I think it'll be too much.
There's fires everywhere on the way out to Pasadena.
Go like when we see the devastation. I don't want it to like sneak up on me. I want to be prepared and with somebody and cry when I see it all. But I haven't seen any of the devastation yet. But I do know people that lost their homes.
Yeah. It's insane. It's insane. What's going on, you guys? It's the wrong time of year. It's not even fire season, kids. It's not fire season right now.
That's because 2 years ago, I remember distinctly, it rained all of January. When I first moved to LA, it rained all of January. Like I moved here and it just rained the whole time. I'm like, why did I move here? And then 2 years ago, it rained the whole month of January. But it doesn't every January, but anyway, it's just a bummer that it didn't this time.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why it's so fiery down in Southern California, is because you guys haven't had proper rain since April.
Yeah, we really haven't.
I think you guys are supposed to get a little bit this next week.
Please. Well, a question that I have, but I've asked people and they said that our clouds aren't big enough. But I know that some people, farmers, put some stuff in the clouds to make it rain. Why can't they do that here?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't understand the science behind all of it. I don't even know how true it is. Like, I know I've seen videos of like UAE seeding their clouds and having it rain. But I don't know. I don't know if that's more conspiracy theory or let's see.
I said it before.
Seeding clouds for
I said it
rain.
years ago for farmers that they did it.
Cloud seeding is a process that involves adding small particles to clouds to create rain or snow. How it works. Silver iodide is released into clouds. The water freezes and then precipitation falls. It says cloud seeding is used in California, so then why isn't it used right now?
I mean, the answer I got from people is that we don't have clouds. I see clouds now.
Well, it might be like they might have to be like more like cumulus clouds or like big,
Yeah.
thick, dense clouds.
Yeah. Yeah, we might not have thick enough clouds. I mean, that's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, it might even be that it's just not cold enough. They have to be cold clouds.
Oh, that makes sense. That might be why. That makes sense.
Hmm.
See, you're smarter than everybody else, Annie.
I know how to use the internet.
Annie, you're good at it, though. You're really good.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah. That makes sense. And you helped me with jokes. That was good. Oh, I can say I'm trying to get kicked out of this bar tonight.
Yeah. Find something local and use it. Make the crowd go wild. You can even ask for crowd participation. Where should I get kicked out of tonight? I
Yeah.
got this bar on my radar, but after I get kicked out of there, where should I go next?
Yeah. I still don't even know what I did. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, so that'll be in March. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah.
Really fun.
I have not yet been to Boston.
Oh, it's fun. New York's better. Sorry.
I mean, I want to go to New York before I go to Boston, personally. I haven't been there either. I haven't been on the East Coast. I need to go. I need to go.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it because people are just so well, especially New York. People always say that people in New York are mean. I find them to be nicer than anywhere. Where I felt people were the meanest was Rhode Island, to be honest. But New York, people were just busy. They're just busy.
Yeah.
So they're very direct, but I mean, there was no GPS when I was there. So it was really hard for me to get around. And I have zero sense of direction. So I relied on other people all the time. And nobody was like, nobody went like that. Everybody stopped and gave me directions. Like everybody.
And quickly. I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not very big on like small talk.
Yeah, they're not into small talk at all. Like that's what I realized because in California was the first time somebody sneezed and I said, God bless you. And they were like, oh, that wasn't a sneeze, that was a cough. And I was like, I'm not in New York anymore. Because in New York, they would never take the time to say, oh, that was a cough. Never. They just be like, like
Thanks.
let them think it was a sneeze. Like it doesn't matter. And also in New York, if you say you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it. Like I didn't realize here you have people like, oh yeah, let's do that. But then they and in New York, people, that's what they say. They say in LA, people will say yes, they'll do something, but then they won't. And in New York, they'll say no, I won't do it, but then they'll do it.
That's awesome.
But you'll love it. You will love New York. I love it too, but I love California too. I love them both very, very much.
I like the weather in California when it's not on fire.
When it's on fire, I love it.
It's not on fire. This last week has been, I mean, it's scary because it doesn't mean good things for the summer. But this last week, Jackie, has been gorgeous. It's been like
gorgeous.
Upper 60s, lower 70s, just nice. Today's the coldest it's been all week.
Same.
But It's been beautiful. It shouldn't be that nice in January, kids. It really shouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's been really nice weather. Um, yeah, I like the weather here. Everywhere I've gone, I'm like, with the exception of Hawaii, I've been like, oh, the weather's not as cool as the weather is at home.
I would like to go. My goal right now, I want to really go to, after I go to the East Coast, I want to go to Australia. Just in case we do have to like get out of here, I want to see if I would like to live in Australia. I don't want to leave here, but I was thinking I'll sublet my apartment to like some strapping guy that can fight for us.
There you go. Australia's got their fair share of fires.
Oh wow.
Australia.
Not the fires I'm not scared of. And I'm not scared, but in case I have to flee because of, I don't think where I live I'll ever have to, knock on wood, never have to flee from a fire. But I'm more thinking if there's a civil war.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so weird. It's so weird. This is such a weird
Oh,
time. It's never been, I just don't get it. I think about like back when I was like a kid, and I think I don't like it when people are like, when I was a kid, things were just better. But we didn't fight over politics like this.
never.
It's very, very odd.
And we thought it was like we thought George Bush was bad. Now George Bush is like a lovely person. We love him.
Yeah.
I remember when George Bush died, I was like, oh, and I was like, what? Where did that come from? But Trump was president at the time. So I was just like, oh my God. And then it got me scared. I'm like, please don't let me one day be like, oh, over him and have someone worse in office. Oh my God.
No, I think it's interesting. When Reagan died, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's how people have like it's how they've turned the Republican Party around where I'm like, oh, well, I guess we didn't lose that much. And I think that's messed up. Like they're hurting their own legacy.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with Reagan until this last decade or so.
Yeah.
I mean, I had issues with his policies, but him as a person, I was like, oh. And I
Yeah.
think it's really important, isn't it? It's so important how you come off to other people because you never know when you might rub someone the wrong way who could have already been an ally,
Right. So
you
true.
know? Like I still actively I do have friends that are total they are on the other side of the political spectrum, and I'm not going to let our friendship go away because we don't have the same exact ideologies. And I think it's really interesting if you just talk to a person for 5 minutes and listen to them and they listen to you. You find out we all have the same desires, the same goals. We just don't agree on how to get there.
Yeah, that's beautifully said. It's true.
And
Like,
if all you watch is the news, you're just going to wind up hating the other
yeah.
side.
Like we think everybody being themselves is beautiful.
Yeah.
And they think everybody being the same is beautiful.
I was talking with Anthony Kapfer and Amber Irish. It was Digital Slumber Party on Tuesday. And, Anthony, they're both very into politics too. He's just not happy with the world right now. I get it. And Amber is like having to switch jobs because she works for the Department of Education. You guys, it's it's no good for her. But
Wow.
I was like, you guys, I found one thing. I feel like there's a lot of people right now that are really angry at the country, but America we still do good things. Did you know that, Jackie? We still do good things, even in this state. And I was watching videos on how other countries deal with disabled people versus how America does it. We're still number one, Jackie. Like,
Beautiful. Yeah, Desiree. I've talked to Desiree about it. She's
yeah.
she's like she's really surprised at how good we are with disabled people.
Well, I mean, I was watching Korea. I was watching people in Korea. There was a couple of people in wheelchairs that wanted to show the difference between Korea and America. And so, like in Korea, they have some buses that are equipped to pick up someone in a wheelchair, but the driver has to notice them and help them. And he got passed up 3 times in a row, and it took somebody else flagging down the driver and forcing them to come help the handicapped person. And uh meanwhile in America, so and basically he's just like, no, if you want to get around, you have to have somebody with you because no one will stop for you.
That's
They're
awesome.
not going to do it. But then you go to America, you don't need help. It's
Yeah,
just going to come to
that's
you.
beautiful. I love this.
And so I know that things are weird right now, but I still think that's what makes America awesome, is trying to make things accessible for everybody. And it might feel like we're slipping back a little bit right now, but I think America still is a good example of how you treat even the people that have the least amount of
You have the
abilities.
biggest melting pot. Um, but oh, so also 3 of my friends became American citizens this year.
Oh
Two,
wow.
two from Canada and one from Germany. They love America.
Yeah.
And they pointed out to me that in Canada, they don't have like we have better they might have full health insurance, yes, but we have more dental. Our
Hmm.
dental plans are better. So
Yes.
we never talk about that.
No, no. I mean, I would rather have no teeth and live a better life.
Thing. Absolutely, yeah.
But
And
we do.
one day it'll happen. Uh,
It's baby steps. It's baby steps. And as far as like politics goes, I mean, it's always like a pendulum swing, right? Like,
yeah, for
I know
sure.
that right now America has felt like it's going really, really right. And that just means it's going to swing back even farther the other
I
way.
think so too. And also, my mom, so funny. My mom's very, I mean, I was somebody, so, and I make all the jokes about my mom dying, but I was worried all of a sudden because a friend talked about her father died and then her mother just had a heart attack. It
Oh
could
no.
because she was dying of a broken heart. Like you can really die of a broken heart. And I'm really afraid my mom's gonna die of a broken heart over the country. She's really upset. She's like, this is my country. Like she's very upset about it. And uh she's like, I just remember none of this stuff happened when I was younger. And I'm like, but mom, there was a lot of racism and homophobia that we didn't know about. And so yeah, we're seeing more of it now for sure, but there is less.
Yeah.
And it's really just uh getting rid of the status quo. Like everybody's being transparent with it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's great. I mean, we can listen. It's hard watching Donald Trump sign something that says there's only two genders, blah, blah, blah. And it's hard to hear, but also it's still not illegal to be transgendered, you know? Because
Yeah,
there are countries that have very strong laws against that. We don't have any laws against being gay, against being transgendered. You just don't have all of the privileges as everybody else. But at least, I mean, I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area. When I was a kid, I knew almost no gay people because people were still
yeah,
closeted.
yeah,
And no matter how bad it feels like it is right now, I don't think anyone feels like they have to stay in the closet.
yeah. I just did a show Tuesday at a gay bar. And the show's been there for a while and it was packed. And the guy who produces the show, he was like, we're going to get through this. We've all been through this before. We're going to get through it. And everybody was just really happy. It was nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the crazy thing. We are. Trump wants to deport the migrant out of America. Only the darker ones, Jinda.
Oh, God.
I mean, isn't that crazy? We've got
Yeah.
tons. I mean, if we want to talk about illegal aliens, we actually the most common form of people being here illegally are people that from richer countries with paler skin that came here and let their visas expire.
Yeah.
You gonna get rid of those people? No? Okay, that's what makes Trump a racist, by the way, kids. He's targeting very specific illegals.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Not his wife.
yeah, yeah. He's really good at finding someone that's here illegally and making babies with them.
Yeah.
That's what he does. All right. Well, Jackie, it
All
is
right.
a
I feel like we
little
ended it
late.
on a good note.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fun show. It's always fun hanging out with you, Jackie.
Yeah, it's great hanging out with you. I love you very much. I hope you take care
Yes,
of yourself
you
and get
too.
even more better.
Yes. Unknown 420, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, unknown
Adam
420.
Salmon, Radigan, Jinda.
Stream bot.
Restream bot is that's a bot that connects both our YouTube and our Twitch channel so they
Oh
can see each
wow.
other's comments. So
Oh,
like Adam is watching over on YouTube, but if you're watching on Twitch,
cool.
Restream bot,
I love it.
they show what he says. Yeah, yeah. But yes,
Thank you
I
everybody
think we're
for
about to
joining
dance.
us.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. It
Next
should
week.
be a fun one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, next week will be the first of the month. So we'll see you in 2 weeks, right?
Oh shit. I gotta cancel my thing because I'm gonna be away. Thank you for reminding me.
No problem. That's
Too many
right.
things. All right. I
The
love
last
you.
days of January. I love you back. Jay, do we got some music to dance out to?